Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the horse. So welcome back all my pony pals. How are we doing? Let's find out, shall we? We're going to shuffle these up and we're going to see what cards we pull out for you today. Let's see. Let's stop about there. I'm going to take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we have got then white to begin with, two blacks to finish us off, which isn't necessarily a good sign when we see those two negatives as an end or in the end, or as we phase into those. But as I've said before, black isn't always an attack, white isn't always all right. It all depends on the compatibility of these cards when we flip them over. So if we start off with this one, we've got the ox. Not a great card, the white ox. I mean, the fact that it's in the white is probably a good thing. And maybe it's saving grace. But really, the horse and the ox, I mean, they're not very compatible. So black or white, you're not necessarily going to get much help from this card. But what this is saying, this is implying that you need to think before you do. You need to make sure that your feet are squarely planted on the ground before you take hold of anything that is going to be a tug. That's the best way I can put it. If you're pulling something and it's going to tug back, you need to make sure that you are firmly planted on the ground and that the communication that you're very good at as a horse, those lines of communication are open. You need to be honest. You need to be almost like blunt and painfully honest almost in this situation. Whatever this situation is, I feel beating around the bush or, just insinuating stuff isn't good enough. No, you need to actually be on point with this. Almost like, not afraid to hurt people's feelings. I'm not saying be an arsehole. I'm not saying, go out of your way to actually upset people. No, not at all. I just mean some people just might not get it if you're being subtle. Some people might not really understand your, hints. Don't beat around the bush is the expression. Go straight through the bugger. Knock the bush down. Burn the bush. Forget the bush. Because you need to bring this point home. And the only way you can do that is, like I say, is with that almost bluntness. You're a good communicator, yes. But that doesn't mean the person you're trying to communicate with is a good listener or is comprehending what you're trying to get at, or, they may not hear your point. So you definitely need to either change the way you're delivering it or, just spend some time with trying to understand what they're not getting, and then trying to adjust the way you're putting it to kind of, accommodate that maybe. And then you're likely to kind of get somewhere. Unfortunately, though, it looks like we are slowing right down here because it's you. It's you. You're unsure. You're not 100% convinced that things are going the way that you wanted them to. You might be questioning things. You might be a little bit, I don't know what the word would be, because it's definitely not reserved, not for a horse. For a horse, horses don't necessarily go reserved or withdrawn, but it's almost like you're taking a step back. You want to take a step back from something. And this is a self-care, self-preservation kind of thing. This is for your own good, or at least you feel it's for your own good. This is almost like you feel it has to go this way. You have to take a step back in order to achieve what you need to achieve, or see what it is you're hoping to see, or, Now, horses are monkeys. They're not necessarily incompatible either. So the fact that it's black doesn't necessarily mean that it's a really bad thing, because you're not overly incompatible. I mean, you're not great either. It's almost like a neutral card. So what we're really looking at here is the selfishness that you need to implement, or that you are implementing, because you can go too far with that. Self-care, looking after yourself, making sure you're okay and taking care of your own needs and wants and desires and aspirations and things like this. That's good. But being selfish with it where you're throwing other people under the bus or screwing people over to get there, that's not good. You know, and I'm sure I don't have to say that to most people. The best thing that you could do right now is to plod along at your own pace. That's the best way. If you want to go slow, go slow. If you want to speed up a little bit, speed up a little bit. I think that you need to take control of your own, I guess in some ways, your own journey. You know, it's your journey. The destination's not going anywhere. So you take your time. If you want to go the scenic route, go the scenic route. If you want to go the long way around, go the long way around, you know. That's on you. And you should feel comfortable to do that. You know, you should feel comfortable knowing that you've got every right to go your own way, find your own path. Whether it's seen as selfish or not, as long as you're not harming anybody or screwing anybody over to do it, why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you go and follow that path? And if you are following your own path, then yeah, damn right you're going to do it at your own speed, whether that's fast or slow. Yeah, it's a very good step in the right direction if you can master that selfishness where it's for your own good, but not bad for others. Got a dog coming in there, the black dog. That's a good card for you. It's almost like it's a rescuer. It's a hero. That dog's the hero of this spread, because the dog and the horse go together very well. You're both the same triangle, the triangle of talkers. What I'm seeing here, though, however, is it's almost like you've had your independence taken from you. You feel cheated, you feel deceived, you feel like something didn't work out the way it was supposed to, and now you've been dragged off your path and you've almost been coerced into this place that you don't want to be. This is why I say, get back on the path, horses. Just get back on the path, and you trot, you canter, you walk, you gallop, you go at your speed in your own direction. Because you can't disappoint you. You know? You can't disappoint you. Other people, they can disappoint you. But I don't think you and your choices are going to disappoint you. So make these choices for you. Out of respect for you. Out of love for you. You know? You need to love yourself. You need to be loyal to yourself. And maybe find a good person or someone you trust as a confidant, where you can talk about this process. And you can include them, and you can say, this is how you're feeling, and this is what you're going through, and this is why you want to do this. It doesn't have to be anybody that's immediately affected by what you're doing. It doesn't have to be the people involved. It doesn't have to be even those that you see very often. It could even be just somebody random. You know? Just someone really random. And you just tell them this, maybe vaguely, maybe in lots of detail, but it'll help you to hear it out loud. And when you hear it out loud, potentially it's going to give you a bit of wisdom or a bit of sort of clarity that you may not have had before, which would then hopefully open up some lines of communication and get you again on that path moving forward and being in the direction that you want to be in, because you don't want to stand still. No horse wants to stand still. And that's why that ox card's a bit of a bugger, because ox, they don't tend to move like horses. But we're moving over through to that monkey and the dog, and even though they're in the black isn't always an attack, and these are good examples of this, because this is just get up. Get up, horses, and just start running the race for you. And we'll find out how you get on with that race, and come back next week and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the horse. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the sheep. So if you are interested in what those guys are up to, I will see you then. If not, no worries. I'll just see you next week when we come back for you guys. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.